Good morning, I'm John Milikowski, founder of Milikowski Tax Law. And today we're going to be talking about the SBA loans and also some of the terms that are required as far as the PPP loan application. So when you applied for your SBA loan, you would have had to identify how many employees you had in 2019. So say that in 2019 you had 6 employees, and now today, because you've either laid off some workers or some workers had left earlier before the coronavirus pandemic started, now you're down 2 employees. So to maintain the ability to have the entire loan amount become basically forgivable and not for it to become taxable if you don't repay it, the requirements are you have to maintain the same number of employees you had in the prior year, or a portion of it will not be forgivable. So what happens, and it's a couple questions that some of our clients ask, well, what happens if I lost a couple workers, a couple employees? Can I convert some of my contractors into employees to maintain the same number? This is problematic for a couple of reasons. One, it could trigger an EDD audit. So having a worker classified as a contractor and that same worker now classified as a W-2 could be an issue, because EDD would then come back and say, well, how can a single worker be both a contractor and an employee, especially if they're performing the same type of service? If they're doing something entirely different, you move them into a different job, maybe that's a possibility. But converting somebody from a contractor into an employee currently, although it might be a good decision because maybe they weren't properly classified earlier as a contractor, it still could trigger an EDD audit. But it's probably not a good solution to do that if you're trying to comply with your SBA loan terms. Maybe hiring an employee, a new employee, to fill that position would be better. And of course, we're all concerned about maintaining our financial strength and not having to spend more money on payroll. But consider that as a possibility, and converting workers from contractors to employees may not be the best solution for you. A couple other issues that have come up is where you had workers who were classified both as a W-2 and a 1099 contractor. And this can be legitimate under certain circumstances. I believe some loan brokers were being compensated as W-2s, but also receiving commissions under a 1099. But let's say the typical company, say that you pay somebody both as a W-2 and a 1099. Which amount will you be including under your SBA loan application? And in addition to that, what if you have applied or looking to apply to the California Work-Share program? Which amount should you include there? How much of that compensation? So under both programs, they're looking at W-2 wages. They're not looking at total compensation. SBA had changed its requirements and the rules for the PPP program. At one point, early before the funding was available, they were considering allowing companies to treat or to include the 1099 compensation as part of that payroll. It's no longer allowed. So for either the SBA or the Work-Share program, you should include only the W-2 wages and not the 1099 compensation. If you have workers that are being paid in the same year as a W-2 and a 1099 contractor. Hopefully that was helpful for you. If you have additional questions, feel free to reach out to us. This is John Milikowski, founder of Milikowski Tax Law. We're happy to help you. Thank you.